Okay. If you have a stool or a meditation cushion nearby that you can pull up, typically the way these go is we begin with standing and movement, and then eventually we'll segue into sitting practice. If you have to leave early, that I'm not offended. It's just fine. Do what you need to do. Okay. This is just a basic warm-up for Tai Chi. My teacher Tricia Yu calls this the Tai Chi twist. And it's just a way of sort of loosening up before we get into things. If you're coming in off of the retreat, the practices that we did on the retreat were not a series of movements. A lot of Qigong is a series, say, of 8 movements or 12 movements. And so we're going to do a series tonight. And just keep in mind, if you're trying to remember, just let it go. And if you want to review it, you can just go to the YouTube channel, which is in the email, and you can review any part of this session tonight. All right. Let's begin with standing. And so we're kind of scanning our body here. We're checking to see that that we're aligned, and basically that the crown of the head is in line with the center of the chest and the belly and the perineum and between the feet. We just sort of move around just a little bit till you feel that maybe you take a breath, and that means that you've kind of relaxed or dropped into this posture. So from the waist up, this is the sitting meditation posture. And as far as the feet, the martial artists call it horse stance. Just place your feet a comfortable distance apart for your body and for your body right now. It may change day to day. And we want to be stable. And if you just let your upper body move forward just a little, you can feel the weight shift on your feet. And you can feel it move from the balls of the feet and the toes back around the edge and back to the heel. And you can just reduce that pendulum kind of movement until you come into a place that's neither front nor back. And we focus on the out breath with standing, because the in breath is the inspiration, it's the uplift, it's the lightness, the awake quality. The out breath is the sinking, relaxing, moving down. And so we've been active throughout the day, and we're going to just relax while standing. And this may seem, for this culture, to be an oxymoron. If you're standing, you're not relaxed. You need to lay down or recline. But if we just hang our body on this upright center, we can relax completely in this standing posture. Okay? And standing mountain, the arms are a little straight, hands are a little straight. The out breath, so we're dropping down into the body. We're taking energy from the brain, the thinking mind, we're dropping it down into the body, into the earth. This is a very intentional stance. And after a while, you can sort of let go of it, and then it just turns into this standing posture, number one, where the palms are facing a little bit. The arms are no longer stiff. There's a slight bend at the elbow. Okay. So we begin each class with bowing to the directions, the 7 directions. So east, south, west, north, above, below, and within, to orient ourselves to our surroundings. So every movement in Qigong begins with the opposite movement. So we just dip the knees a little bit, come up, let the hands come up. We're going to bow. Let's bow to the east, if you know which way that is. If you don't, that's okay. So we'll bow to the east. And then turning to the right. Bow to the south. Turning to the right. Bow to the west. Turning to the right. Bow to the north. And then back to facing the screen. So we're going to go up. So we start by going down, dip the knees, hands go up, eyes follow the hands. Go to the sky, to the cosmos. Out breath. We're going to sink the knees, bend the waist, touch the floor, the earth, and then coming back up. One hand will be on the chest, the other on the belly. This is the internal dimension. And now the body really knows where it is. Okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead and begin with the head and neck. Let's let the chin come forward and circle the neck, circle the head, stretch out the muscles in the neck. Okay, so round and round. And then we'll do the turtle and the crane, so tucking the chin. So turtle comes out of its shell. We're making a circle with the chin. Very good. Okay, and now the crane, the opposite way. Okay, very good. Notice the breathing. Okay, and then moving down to the shoulders. Let's make circles with the shoulders. Make them bigger and bigger. You can continue to move the head if you like. All right. And then the other direction. Okay, very good. All right, now let's just do a little experiment. We're going to lift the shoulders. So we start by dipping the knees, come up, and lift the shoulders up as high as you can, and hold that position. This is called tense. Feel how it feels. Notice your body sensations, notice your breathing, notice your mood. Okay, on the count of 3, we're going to let go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Now notice the sensations in the body. Notice the breath. Notice the mood. And let's repeat this. Okay, one more time. So dip the knees up. Feel into this. Feel the belly. What's it doing? Feel the chest. Feel the throat. Notice the mood. Okay, ready? Let down 1, 2, 3. Notice the breathing. Okay, we're going to do it one more time, a little differently. Let's dip the knees. Very, very tense. And notice how it is. Now flip that over and let a sense of compassion arise for the suffering that's present. This poor body. And for others who are tense like this a lot of the time. Just let some compassion arise, co-arise with this suffering. Okay, on the count of 3, we'll let down 1, 2, 3. Compassion co-arises with suffering. All right, next one, let's widen our stance a little bit. Sit down a little bit, as if you're sitting on a high stool. And bring the hands up, pointing to the center of the chest. The backs of the fingers are touching. You ready? So now we're going to open. And then we're going to return. So this is in breath, out breath. At your own pace. As we straighten up, we breathe in. Sink down, we breathe out. Just move with the breath. These movements are as if they're done in a warm turquoise sea, sparkling water, very supported. All our movements flowing as if in water and supported by the water. And eventually we're moving with the currents of the water are moving us. It's effortless. It's like seaweed moving in the current of the waters. Okay, let's just do a couple more. Okay, reduce the movement. All right, very good. And now moving down the body, we're going to rock the pelvis. So place one hand below the navel, the other hand on the lower back. We're just going to tilt the pelvis. So the thigh bones are remaining still, and we're rocking the pelvic girdle. So this is flexing and releasing the lower spine, just creating some flexibility in the hips. Okay, and perhaps you can do it without the hands. This may be a little difficult at first because we don't have a lot of nerve endings inside in this part of the body, but it comes very naturally after a little while. Okay, good. And now we're going to circle the hips. So as viewed from above, we're making a circle. This maybe is hula dancing, or I don't know, Elvis or something. Making circles with the hips. This involves more of the body. And then go the other way. This just to keep the hips flexible. This is really important for our balance, particularly as we age. Just keeping this loose. Okay. Very good. And moving down even farther. So let's sink the knees, come up, and the hands just kind of rise up on this water. And this is called playing the piano. As if we're resting our hands on a counter, okay, and our shoulders are relaxed, just very relaxed. And we'll notice our feet, the bottoms of our feet, that half our weight is on the left and half on the right. Now we're going to start to shift more of the weight to the left and bend the left knee a little bit. And you'll notice 60-40, 70-30, 80-20, and to get almost all the weight on the left. The body is still upright. And lift up the right heel so the toe is touching. If you're very balanced, you have a sense of that vertical axis in the body, you can lift that unweighted foot if you want to. You don't have to. You can touch it, touch the toe down. That's fine. You just want to get used to standing on one foot. Okay, and then touch the unweighted foot to the ground, and then Slowly shift back to 50-50 and then shift the weight onto that foot, the right foot, sinking down. Left heel comes up. And when you feel you're steady, then you can, if you want to, you can lift that left foot and bend the right knee. Or you can leave the toe on the ground. Okay, and then place the left foot down, shift back to 50-50. Okay, and then move all the way to the left. Right heel comes up. Keeping the toe down is just fine. And lift the right foot if you can. Touch. Slowly shift. Sink down. Heel comes up. We want that vertical axis in the body from the top of the head straight through all the way down to go right over that weighted foot. Okay, touch the foot down, come back to center. Okay, this is extremely important to have balance as we age. And when we walk, we're on one foot. We do this all the time. The body knows how to do this. So even if you do these balancing exercises, they've done many studies on this to reduce falls in elders. And every day a little bit for 3 weeks, and the incidence of falls is just vastly reduced. Okay. Standing mountain or standing position 1. Now, this is where you can adjust a little bit. If you have a little tension in your shoulders, then wiggle your shoulders around a little bit. Move your head a little bit. Move the hips, whatever. And what we're seeking here is for alignment of the body. So the head is balanced on the top of the spine, chin is tucked. And right below that is the center of the chest. And right below that is the center of the abdomen, perineum. You can imagine a vertical line from the center of the earth, straight up through the whole body, out the top of the head, into the night sky. And we're aligned with that. Okay, very good. You can break your stance if you like. For those of you who've been practicing with me for a while, so we're going to be doing the swimming dragon of opening the 7 gates. And we're going to begin with trembling mountain as we do, and then filtering. And for the new people, we'll just walk you right through this. Okay. I want to say a couple of things about this before we start. So the 7 gates can be thought of as the 7 chakra points. It can be 5 gates, 10 gates. We're just saying 7. We're going to open each one. And what we're opening to is the universal life force energy that flows through us. Okay. So we're not opening our heart to everything in the world because we're going to get hurt. Okay, maybe badly hurt. So what we're doing is we're opening these gates to the flow of our own energy, our own wisdom, our own Buddha nature. Okay, so that's what we're opening to. We're not opening in a way that's inviting harm. We're opening in a way that's inviting liveliness, okay, and health. So that's what we're opening to. So the first one, those of you who were at the retreat, you know this one. The most basic and oldest Tai Chi movement, Qigong movement. adapt this to your needs. Maybe you want to go like this. Maybe you want to go like this. Let your body go. Keeping the feet planted. If you like the body scan, you can start at the top and let your head and neck go, let your shoulders go. Let your elbows and wrists go. Let the chest and belly relax. Hips, knees, feet. And we're releasing that which is not needed. This is highly recommended if you have just emerged from some kind of a toxic situation, or if you just have a whole lot of energy to release. This works. This will change the mood pretty quickly. There are schools of Qigong where you do this for half an hour. This isn't one of them, but just so you know, you can do this for a while without ill effects. So we're loosening up all the acupuncture channels, loosening up all the joints, muscles. Just letting go, releasing. Okay, let's increase the intensity. Okay, and a little more. Give it all you've got. Okay, and we'll stop altogether on the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. And drop into the standing posture. Notice the breath. Notice sensations in the body. Notice the mind or the mood. And refresh your posture if you need to. Okay, the next one, we're going to do this 3 times. It's called filtering. We're going to use our hands, and we're going to make a net. We're going to make a screen. Okay, so we'll sink the knees. So bring the hands up. Okay, all the way up above the head. Okay, so as far as you can, and make this screen. Okay, put one hand over the other. They can touch or be slightly apart. Okay, and look up, bringing down the light of the stars with our hands. Our hands are slowly now moving down. As they move down, we're bringing down the light of the stars, filling the body from the top down, and filtering out anything that's stuck. Your hands will move, that's fine. We're moving this screen of light through the whole body, filtering out everything that's not needed. You get all the way down to the bottom, point to the earth, and it goes into the earth, as one of my teachers says, as compost. Okay, now dip the knees, You're going to come up again. Eyes follow the hands. Okay, make this screen. The hands don't have to touch. Okay, this time the screen's a little finer. And as the hands come down, this screen made of starlight is filtering through the whole body. You can feel it. Possibly you can hear it, envision it, get a sense of it, cleansing the energy in the whole body, all the way down to the bottom of the feet and out. Okay, once more, in breath. Okay, look up, make a finer screen now, very fine, filtering through the body. Okay, we're not imagining this, we're feeling it. The mind is in the body. All the way down. And then when you're finished, then just return to standing. Okay, so the body has been released and refined. Just notice. Okay, very good. Now, the motion for opening a gate would dip the knees. The hands are going to come out as we did at the beginning. And the backs of the fingers are going to face. They can either touch or be close together. And we're going to point to the center line of the body. In this case, I'm pointing to the heart. We're going to point to the center line of the body. Bring the hands about 6 inches away, more or less. Okay. And then we're going to open. So we're literally doing this movement of opening 2 gates. Okay. So that's the movement. We end up with our palms forward. Let's try it again. So let's point to the belly this time. So pointing to the belly. People practicing healing Qigong advised to envision these kind of laser beams of light coming out of the fingers and penetrating into the body, so that then when we open, we're opening this gate to the light of the stars that we just brought down. Okay? So that's the movement. And the 7 gates are the perineum, which is very low in the torso. So that's 1. 2 is the abdomen. 2. Okay. 3 is the solar plexus. And 4 is the heart or the chest. Okay. 5 is the throat. 6 is the forehead. And then 7 is the crown of the head. So a little different. We open this way. Okay? And when they're all open, we're going to reach up and we're going to bring down this healing light and fill all the gates. So this is just a preview. Okay? So we'll do the first ones together, starting with the perineum. Okay, so let's begin. So sink, hands point, Get a sense of where they're pointing. And then open. As we open, we straighten up. Open, open. And then we kind of lean back. Open. Okay, very good. That's one. Now we'll do number two. Point to the abdomen. Get a sense of that going inside the body. As we straighten up, the hands open, open. We kind of lean back. Two. Okay, very good. Now we're going to fold down again. And number three, solar plexus, we're pointing to it. As we straighten up, we lean back, open, open, open. Very good. Fold down again. Point to the heart. Slowly straighten up. So we're opening the rib cage, we're opening the lungs, we're opening the heart. And the other ones below are open too. And sinking down. Pointing now to the neck. Straighten up. Lean back, open, open, the throat. So all of these openings are lined up vertically now. Folding in again, pointing to the forehead. Straightening up, looking back, opening the skull, opening the brain, opening the mind. So 6 are in a line. And then sinking down. The last one, now we're going to point down to the crown of the head. Standing up. And opening, and we're opening the whole body now all the way down, all 7. Open, open, open. Now the connection between the earth and the universe is completely open through the body. Okay, now sink down. We're going to reach up like we did when we made the screen, but we're just going to embrace this column of light coming down from the universe. We're going to slowly bring the hands down, palms facing the ground. And we're going to fill up every one of these open gates with this healing, conscious light. It may be a color, it may be rainbows, or maybe white, whatever it is. Filling the whole open body. Okay, and then back to standing. So let's just get a sense of this vertical line from the center of the earth through the body up into the universe. And this line is a column. It's a column of light that's conscious, connecting the earth and the universe through the body. So it's like a long big stalk of bamboo. And each one of the gates is one of the little segments, the filaments. And as we open them, it opens the whole column. So as we breathe, we're breathing in the light of the universe, the conscious light, filling the body. Breathing out, breathing it down into the earth. And the opposite, breathing up from the earth, breathing out, top of the head. Okay. So we're going to repeat the opening of the gates and bringing down the light and filling 2 more times. Okay. And I'm not going to count. Go ahead and go at your own pace. You can follow me if you want to, or not. Okay. So here we go, beginning with the perineum. All right, and when you finish, Go ahead and bring up your stool or cushion. No hurry. And just drop into your sitting meditation posture. And you can just sit and notice if you like. Or you can continue opening the 7 gates in your mind, in your memory. Now you can use the breath and say 1 and open the perineum. Feel it, remember it, the full body. And moving up and continue the practice. This is called moving in stillness. All right, so at your own pace, go ahead and move a little bit. Do any of the movements we did at the beginning. Just refresh the body. And let your eyes be open. Move your hands a little bit. Okay. And just pause for a minute and notice the sensations in the body. Notice the breath. And notice the mind or the mood or attitude. Okay. So we have a closing that we do. We'll just do this together. So let's bring our hands up. On the count of 3, we're going to clap 1 time. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Rub your hands. Make heat. Okay. Place the heels of your hands in your eye sockets and make little circles. Okay. And if you like, you can place your fingers on your hairline, kind of comb back your hair. This is optional. Okay. And tug on your ears. The acupuncturists say there are many acupuncture points in the ears, so sort of tug on the ears. And then comb down your face. And loosen your body a little. And then make soft fists and reach back and tap your kidneys. Just bend your elbows. Your kidneys are in there somewhere. They're very big. So tap your kidneys. And then use the back of your hands and massage your kidneys. Okay. Very good. Okay, now I'm going to stop the recording and adjust the screen a little. And you're totally welcome to end your session if you want to.